Let me ask you something. When you were in school, did anyone ever sit you down and teach you how money really works? Not how to count it, not how to save it, but how to think about it. We spent years learning mathematics, history, and science. Yet nobody taught us the psychology of money. Nobody told us that money isn't just paper. It's a reflection of how much value you create for others. That's why today, I want to share something that could completely change the way you look at wealth, success, and your future. Because the truth is, school teaches you how to work for money, but not how to make money work for you. Rule number 1. Don't chase money. Understand it, when I was young, I thought success was all about earning a high salary. I believed that if I just worked harder, stayed longer, and followed the rules, one day I'd be rich. But I was wrong. Money runs away from people who chase it. It runs toward people who understand it. You see, money is like a shadow. The more you chase it, the further it goes. But if you focus on becoming valuable, it starts following you naturally. Think about it. Why do people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, or Jack Ma become billionaires? Not because they were running after money, but because they were obsessed with solving problems. They built value. They built systems. They built trust. And money? Money became the natural byproduct of their vision. When I started Alibaba, people laughed. They said, "Jack, you know nothing about technology. You don't have money. And China doesn't even trust the internet yet." But I understood one thing. People needed a platform to do business easily. I wasn't chasing dollars. I was chasing a need. And when you chase a need, when you build something that helps others, money finds you. So ask yourself, are you chasing money or are you understanding it? Because if you chase it, it controls you. But if you understand it, you control it. Rule number 2. Learn the language of money. It's not about numbers. Here's something they will never teach you in school. Money speaks a language. And if you don't understand it, you'll always be lost. It's not the language of numbers. It's the language of value, trust, and timing. People who master this language don't just earn, they create opportunities. They don't see money as a reward. They see it as a tool. Let me explain with an example. Two people earn $1,000. The first person spends it all on comfort. New clothes, entertainment, gadgets. The second person invests it. Maybe in learning a new skill, starting a small online business, or buying books that expand their mind. A few years later, the first person still earns $1,000. The second person earns $10,000 or more. Why? Because one learned the language of money. Money rewards those who know how to multiply it, not those who only know how to earn it. That's why financial education is more powerful than financial gain. If you suddenly lost everything but understood how money flows, how it grows, you could rebuild it again from zero, because wealth is not in your wallet. It's in your wisdom. When you start thinking this way, something amazing happens. You stop being afraid of losing money. You stop working for money. You start working with it. The truth about money, most people don't see. Let me share a secret that separates the rich from the poor. Poor people see money as something to spend. Middle-class people see money as something to save. Rich people see money as something to grow. The difference is mindset. It's not about how much you have, but how you use it. If you earn $500 and invest $100 wisely, you're already ahead of someone earning $5,000 but saving nothing. Because wealth is not built by luck. It's built by discipline, learning, and the right perspective. And here's the irony. People fear money because they don't understand it. They say, "Money is evil." No. Money simply amplifies who you are. If you are kind, money helps you do more good. If you are greedy, money exposes your greed. Money doesn't change you. It reveals you. So instead of hating it or fearing it, start learning its rules. Because those who understand the rules don't just survive. They thrive. The school of life versus the school of money. In school, we're told, get a job, earn a paycheck, and be safe. But in life, the rules are different. The world doesn't pay you for effort. It pays you for impact. The world rewards people who solve problems, who take risks, who think differently. That's why the richest people on earth are often the biggest learners. They read, they fail, they try again. School gives you lessons, and then the test. Life gives you the test first, and the lesson after. So if you want to understand money, stop waiting for permission to learn. Learn from experience. Learn from mistakes. Learn from the marketplace. Because the real education about money begins when you step out of the classroom. Now that you understand the first two rules, don't chase money, understand it, and learn its language. You're already ahead of most people, but understanding money is just the beginning. The real challenge is learning how to attract it, protect it, and grow it, even when the world around you is uncertain. In the next chapter, we'll go deeper into rule number 3 and number 4, the habits that make money flow toward you instead of away from you. Because once you master these rules, you'll never look at money or success the same way again. Let me tell you a truth very few people understand. Money doesn't go to the smartest person in the room. It goes to the most useful person in the room. You can have the best degree, the highest IQ, or even the most polished resume, but if you don't add value, the world will not reward you, because money follows value. It's like gravity. Wherever value is created, money is pulled in naturally, and that brings us to the next rule. Rule number 3. Attract money by becoming valuable. Stop asking, how can I make more money? Start asking, how can I become more valuable? The difference between those two questions is the difference between scarcity and abundance. When you chase money, you limit yourself to what you can earn. But when you build value, you create something the world can't ignore. Think of it this way. The world pays you for the problems you solve. If you solve small problems, you earn small money. If you solve big problems, you earn big money. That's why Jack Ma once said, "Don't worry about money. Worry about the people you serve." When you serve enough people, the money will follow. How to become valuable. Solve real problems. Look around you. Every inconvenience, every frustration, every unmet need is an opportunity waiting for a creative mind. People who get rich are not lucky. They're solution-oriented. For example, Uber didn't create drivers. It solved the problem of accessibility. Airbnb didn't build hotels. It solved the problem of affordability and trust. Alibaba didn't invent trade. It made trade easier for everyone. The lesson? If you can make people's lives better, easier, or faster, you'll never be broke. Develop rare skills. The more unique your skill, the more valuable you become. You don't need 100 skills. You need a few that truly matter. A graphic designer who understands branding is 10x more valuable than one who just knows how to draw. A salesperson who understands psychology earns more than one who just repeats a script. Learn skills that combine creativity with impact. That's how you attract money, not by chasing it, but by becoming someone it can't ignore. Build trust. Money flows where trust grows. The reason some people never rise financially isn't lack of talent, it's lack of integrity. You can make quick money once by lying, but you can make lasting wealth by being honest. People do business with those they trust, not those they fear. And the beautiful part? Trust compounds faster than money. When people believe in you, opportunities multiply automatically. When you become valuable, you stop begging for opportunities. Opportunities start looking for you. That's how you attract money. But attraction is just the first step. Once money comes, you must learn the next powerful rule: how to make it multiply. Rule number 4. Don't just earn money. Make it work for you. This is the rule that separates the financially free from the financially trapped. Most people wake up every morning to work for money. The successful ones wake up and let money work for them. But how does that happen? By understanding that money is a tool, not a trophy. You don't earn it just to spend it. You earn it to grow it. The 3 paths of money: every dollar you earn can walk one of 3 paths. It can disappear when you spend it on things that don't matter. It can rest when you save it without purpose. It can grow when you invest it wisely. If you want financial freedom, your goal is to make most of your money walk the 3rd path, because savings protect you, but investments empower you. When you learn to invest, whether in yourself, your skills, a business, or opportunities, your time and money start multiplying. Quietly in the background, that's when life changes. You stop trading hours for dollars. You start trading ideas for income. The power of smart. Investment doesn't always mean the stock market. Sometimes, the best investment is a course that teaches you a new skill, a book that changes your perspective, or a mentor who guides you toward growth. When you spend money on self-development, it's not an expense, it's seed money, and every seed, if watered with discipline, grows into a tree of opportunities. Jack Ma often said, "The worst people to serve are the poor people, not because they have less money, but because they see everything as an expense, not as an investment." This statement isn't about wealth. It's about mindset. If you see learning as expensive, failure as a loss, and growth as optional, you'll stay stuck. But if you see every challenge as an investment in your future, you'll grow faster than you imagine. Let your money have a purpose. Money without purpose disappears. Money with purpose multiplies. Before you spend, ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my goals, or just comfort me temporarily? One brings growth, the other brings regret. When you give your money direction, when every dollar you earn has a job, your finances begin to transform. Because money loves discipline. It loves clarity. And most importantly, it loves movement. Money that stands still loses value. Money that moves with purpose gains power. The hidden lesson. Mindset over math. You don't need to be a financial genius to be rich. You just need to think differently. If you earn $1,000 and spend $900 on lifestyle, you're surviving. If you earn $1,000 and invest $300 in learning, $300 in your business, and live humbly on the rest, you're building wealth. Wealth isn't a number, it's a mindset. It's about thinking long-term, sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term power. It's about making decisions today that your future self will thank you for. Because the truth is, anyone can earn money, but not everyone can multiply it. That's what makes all the difference. You've now learned 2 more powerful rules: how to attract money by being valuable, and how to make money work for you, instead of you working for it. But there's one more level of mastery. The final stage where money stops controlling your life altogether. In the next chapter, we'll uncover rule number 5 and number 6, the rules that define lasting wealth, how to protect your money, and how to use it to create meaning beyond yourself. Because the ultimate goal isn't just to be rich, It's to be free. You've learned how to understand money, how to attract it, and how to make it multiply. But there's another truth, a truth that separates those who stay wealthy from those who only get rich for a moment. It's not how much you make that matters. It's how much you keep and how you use it. Because if you don't learn to protect your money, it will always find a way to leave you. And if you don't learn to use your money wisely, it will never bring you peace. Let's go deeper into the final two rules, the ones schools never talk about, but life always tests you with. Rule number 5, protect your money. Guard it like a seed. When a farmer plants seeds, he doesn't leave them unguarded in the field. He protects them from birds, storms, and weeds, because he knows that one seed can grow into 100 more. Your money is the same. It's not just something to be spent. It's something to be protected and multiplied. But how do you protect it? Let's look at 3 powerful lessons. Protect your money from impulse. Many people lose their wealth not because they don't earn enough, but because they don't think before spending. Every impulsive purchase, every "I deserve this" moment, silently kills your financial growth. And here's the irony. Most people spend money they don't have to impress people they don't even like. Ask yourself before every purchase, is this making me richer in the long run? Or just making me feel better right now? Real winners learn the power of delayed gratification. They understand that success is not built on how much they can buy, but on how much they can build. Protect your money from people. This one's hard to hear, but it's true. The wrong people can cost you more than a bad investment. Be careful who you trust with your time, your business, and your money. There are people who will see your success not as inspiration, but as an opportunity to take advantage of you. It doesn't mean you stop helping others. It means you help wisely. Jack Ma once said, "Help young people, help small guys, because small guys will be big. Young people will have the seeds you bury in their minds grow up someday." That's the kind of helping that multiplies value, not drains it. Protect your resources from energy drainers, fake partnerships, and emotional manipulation. The more disciplined you are about who has access to your energy, the more peace and prosperity you'll have free. Protect your money from yourself. Sometimes, the greatest threat to your financial growth isn't the economy, it's your own habits. Greed. Fear.ego. These 3 destroy more wealth than inflation ever could. Greed makes you take reckless risks. Fear makes you freeze when opportunity knocks. Ego makes you blind to advice that could save you. The moment you learn to control your emotions, you gain control over your finances. Because money doesn't respond to emotion. It responds to discipline and direction. So protect your money not only with strategy, but with self-control. Rule number 6, use money to build meaning, not just comfort. Now that you've learned to protect money, let's talk about the ultimate rule, the one that gives true purpose to everything you earn. Use your money to create meaning, not just comfort. Let me explain. You can buy comfort, a car, a house, luxury things, but those only make life easier. Meaning makes life worth living. The real purpose of money is powerful, but only when you give it a purpose bigger than yourself. When Jack Ma started Alibaba, he didn't say, "I want to be the richest man in China." He said, "I want to help small businesses grow." That purpose was bigger than profit, and because of that, the profit came naturally. If you use money only for yourself, it ends with you. But if you use money to lift others, teach others, and create opportunities, it outlives you. That's how legacies are built. Comfort fades. Contribution lasts. Think about it. How many clothes, cars, or gadgets can you buy before they lose their excitement? But when you use your money to build something that changes lives, a scholarship, a startup, a community project, that joy never fades. Money that's used for comfort dies with time. Money that's used for contribution lives forever. And the beauty of it? The more value you give, the more abundance flows back to you. Because the universe has a simple rule. You receive what you're ready to give. The D, freedom of purpose, financial freedom, isn't about never working again. It's about having the choice to do what truly matters to you. When your money starts working for you, and you start using it to create value for others, you become unstoppable. You stop living paycheck to paycheck and start living purpose to purpose. That's the highest level of wealth. The freedom to be who you really are, without fear of survival. The final lesson, the circle of wealth. Let's look back at all 6 rules together. Don't chase money, understand it. Learn the language of money. Attract money by becoming valuable. Make money work for you. Protect your money. Use money to create meaning. These are not just financial rules, they're life principles. They teach you how to move from survival to success, from success to significance. Because money, by itself, is meaningless. But when guided by purpose, discipline, and heart, it becomes a force that can change lives. So, the next time you think about success, don't ask, how can I get rich? Ask, how can I grow, give, and create something that lasts? Because wealth isn't measured by what's in your bank. It's measured by what's in your impact. If no one ever taught you these 6 rules in school, now you know why. Because school teaches you how to earn a living, but life teaches you how to build a legacy. And your legacy begins today. The moment you decide to think differently, act boldly, and live not just to make money, but to make meaning.